What's up, guys? Maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, maybe you got a YouTube channel and you're running out of ideas. So how exactly do you come up with content when it comes to breeding ball pythons? What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. I guess I can't say we're a new ball python breeding channel anymore because we're technically a year old now. Or when this video actually gets posted, we're 367 days old. So really appreciate that. We're at that 1 year mark, guys. We're closing to 4,000 subscribers somehow, some way. I don't know. Did things my way. I'm really happy about that. Really appreciate it, guys. Instagram is blue_line_morphs. Facebook page Blue Line Morphs. Everything is Blue Line Morphs. Okay. No real update, guys. I'm gonna post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Friday, my girlfriend's working nights that week, so I'm probably going to go live no matter what, at least me by myself. So I'm going to start collecting questions and stuff like that. I'm going to set the computer up, which is right here now. And same thing we used to do. Drink some beer, probably get Chinese food, some pizza, hang out, talk shop, and just it is what it is. I'm trying to convince my boy Sal over there, Gomez Pythons, to stop by. He said he may. We'll see what happens. I hate my neck showing. I'll keep you guys updated when it comes to that. Definitely get in his DMs, ride his ass, tell him to get over here, it'll be fun. Other than that, guys, stop by his house today. That's kind of where this video came from. No real update. Feedings went okay today. Finished programming the app that I got, the Husbandry Pro. I really highly recommend it. It's really nice. You can put everything in there. Ovulations, prelay sheds, breeding plans, everything. It's really nice. It's cool to have it at your fingertips. You can do it on the desktop. Really good. Snakes are all doing really well. Everyone's really reaching out to me in regards to the females that were tanked, the snake that passed away. And so far, so good, guys. They haven't been around him in about 7 weeks now. I have no real signs. All three of them haven't eaten. I don't know if they're building or I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, okay? But I haven't seen any signs when it comes to any RIs or anything like that. So far, so good. We'll try to keep that going. All right, so with that being said, today's video is a little bit piece of irony for you. Today is a video that is content for my channel about making content for channels. First and foremost, if you're coming to this channel, you're not a ball python breeder, you're just trying to make a YouTube channel, just do it, okay? It's really that simple. Just let it rock. Just start making videos. It kind of is what it is. I highly recommend doing it. But maybe you've been making videos, you have a channel, you're running out of ideas. So I'm going to kind of go through how I come up with content, how I write things down, how some of the videos don't do well, how I break things down, how you can add extra content, okay? So first and foremost, guys, I actually, I always look at my cheat sheet, right? At the end, I wanted to talk about videos doing well. I think it's probably important or proactive to talk about this before I get into the video. Guys, you have to accept the fact that some videos are going to suck. Some will be real good. Some will be filler videos. You got to get some content out there, okay? Now some people go, I don't want to put content unless it's good. Not everything's going to be good. You're going to have flops. That being said, I made videos where I thought, wow, this video is going to fucking crush it. And then it got like no views, zero, like no comments, like thumbs down, like left and right. And then there's been videos where I made them and I was like, oh, this video's a filler video. Just throw it out there on a Wednesday night. And it's got like 1,500 views in like the first day. It's like, what the fuck? So you have to accept the fact that some of your videos are going to be trash. Some will be filler videos. Some videos you thought would do well won't do well. And then conversely, some videos that you thought wouldn't do well might skyrocket. It kind of is what it is. Sometimes videos hit that algorithm and take off on you. Okay, so that's the first thing. So if you had a couple shitty videos or you're thinking, I don't want to put out content or I don't want to make bad videos, it's just gonna happen. It kind of is what it is. So just brush that away, get that off your shoulder, keep it moving. Okay, so when it comes to breeding ball python, I'm starting to sweat already. Hold on here. So, when it comes to breeding ball pythons, we all know the videos you can make, right? You got your feeding videos with Joe. My buddy Joe is expert at Empire State Exotics. You got the vlogs, or you got the pairings. You have pulling eggs. You have egg cutting videos, unboxing videos. You got expo videos. Those are real easy content, right? I wouldn't call those filler content. That's just more or less like that's just a day in, day out, the things that happen when it comes to breeding ball pythons. What happens when you don't have snakes laying? What happens when you don't have eggs to cut, right? If you're Billy, you have fucking 500 clutches a year. You can do an egg cutting video twice a week. But guys like me, you can't do that, okay? So how do you start coming up with content to fill out this channel? So this video came about, and I was talking to Sal about it. And The easiest way to say this is if you have questions when you first started out, or you have questions in general, and you sort out those questions, other people have those questions. It's really that simple. For example, I was talking to Sal today. I was picking up rats. I was in his rat shed. I should do a video. See, look, video idea. I'm going to put in my notes. What I do, guys, on my phone, which I use, I have the notes. I'll literally be at work. I'll be on a search warrant. I'll be chilling, doing my thing, processing an arrest. And I'm like, that's a great fucking idea. I put it in notes. And he looks, I have like 7 or 8. So I'm going to put this in notes. Go to Sal's house, take a tour of the rat shed, right? Anyway, I'm in there, and he's talking about how some of his lines are broken. He's got to change the nozzle, or some of the filters he's got to change. I'm like, that's all content, bro. And he was just like, oh, it is. Yeah, listen, it doesn't have to be some crazy big idea. There's somebody out there that's trying to create some sort of rat shed. There's somebody out there that has a rat rack, and they need to learn how to change the tubing, or just set up the rat rack in general. They have to set up the rat rack, how to cut the lines so the lines fit, how to route the lines. And then once you have the lines up and running, somebody has to teach somebody how to change the nozzles. If you sat me down with, I don't know where they are actually. I think they're in the other room. The little nozzles that with the water for the rat racks, how to change that. I don't know how to do it. I'm pretty handsy, but I won't be able to look at it and figure it out. With that being said, I'll probably YouTube it, right? That's what we all do nowadays. So when you have little things like that to make content about, it's really it's an infinite amount of shit you can do videos about. You can literally do a video about how to change the nozzle on your rat rack, right? How to clean out the filter system for your rat rack. It's really those are 2 videos right then and there, because somebody needs to learn how to do this. So that's kind of how I go about my life. So for example, I always break down my cocoa dry, right? I always break it apart. It gets all dusty. I shake it out outside, blah, blah, blah. Then I know a lot of people break it down with the water. They say it's easier. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a video about breaking cocoa down. Yes, it seems stupid, and it's kind of a filler video. However, there's somebody out there that just ordered their first, block of cocoa. And like, how the fuck do I break this thing apart? So if I do a video talking about the dry, when you break it apart when it's dry, or break it apart when it's wet, and what the pros and cons are, that's going to help somebody. And it adds content to my channel, okay? People want to see the individuality of the breeder. So little weird things that you do. Like for me, I did a video about how I clean. How I have my Home Depot bucket there, and how I pour it in there, and I wipe everything out. Then I have my I want to call it iced tea container to fill up water. They want to see that stuff, because you know what? Maybe some guy somewhere is spilling water all over his house and he's pissing his wife off, but he has to do water swaps. So maybe he didn't think about the idea of a bucket, but maybe seeing that video will help him out. And also, guys, content kind of just pops up. And that's just kind of the reality of the situation. Not only, we'll backtrack. Not only, what you can do too, guys, is you can break things down. For example, if it's, let's see, let's brainstorm here. If it's, hey, I bought a new incubator, or I bought a new, I want to build an incubator, okay? And you could do a whole video about DIY incubators. I need the heat tape along the back. And then you put this here, and you have an incubator, right? But how do you mount that heat tape? What tape do you use to mount the heat tape, right? Sometimes we skip over steps, and just because you think it's easy or I think it's easier, I don't think anything's easy, but doesn't mean that somebody else that's just starting or a novice is in there in the Google search, in the YouTube search, and they're trying to figure some shit out, okay? So when you break things down, like building an incubator, maybe it's how to set up the heat tape in a DIY incubator. Talk about the pros and cons of, should we put it on the side, should we put it on the back, how wide should it be, what tape do you use to fix it, right? Then on top of that, you go, okay, and then also when you have your probe, you want to mount it here with this tape, X, Y, Z. You don't just have to do a video just about building the actual incubator. Maybe break things down for people, because these little details that you may overlook might help somebody else, a new breeder, a younger breeder, an older breeder, somebody coming into the hobby doesn't know exactly how to tape this, where to get the heat tape from, stuff like that. For example, I just mailed my first reptile atlas. Sal helped me. Thank you, Sal. But I don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. Between Anthony and Sal and Mike and Porter, like, they helped me out. So I'm going to make a video about shipping reptiles, because I found some, I didn't find some, but I want to break it down and make it dummy proof. And that's how I'm going to make some of my content, is because somebody's going to be like, oh, how the fuck do I do this? I'm going to explain these websites and how they kind of pre-do it for yourself, etc., and how to do it, how to weigh it, and all the other bullshit and stuff like that, okay? And how I had a big scare. My big scare was this, kind of screwed up my old content, my new content, whatever. I printed out a label and had today's date on it, saying to be ready by tomorrow. Then they had to explain to me that it has a 30-day window, okay? Whenever you drop it off, they'll scan it and they'll redo it. The tracking number will be changed to the day you drop it off, so forth. So we'll talk about that in another video. But I didn't know that. Simply put, I didn't know that. Anthony, I have Anthony Soto from Reptile Creation. He's calling me at 11 o'clock at night, walking downstairs. There's no way his wife up. I think he was leaving for Mexico the next day or some shit. And he's telling me about it. Had I hadn't seen the video on there, would have helped me out, okay? That being said, content just kind of comes. It's really that simple. Sometimes you buy an animal. Sometimes, an animal passes away like Tank. And you make content about it. Why? Why did I make that content? Okay, yeah, it gives the channel views. Absolutely. Okay, that just is what it is. But it's my journey, it's my story. So you have to document that those experiences. You have to document that rawness of the ball python breeding journey or breeder journey, right? You're going to pick up new equipment. You're going to swap out your incubators. You're going to pick up humidifier and a heater. You're going to pick up new equipment to make it, right? You're going to talk about making content. You're going to talk about the cards, right? You're going to talk about how you keep track of everything. People want to see this stuff, guys, and you can break things down into smaller segments and smaller things. You don't have to talk about everything as a whole. You can kind of individualize things and make things more detailed to help people out further, okay? Content kind of just finds its way to you, okay? You buy new snakes, expos, stuff like that. But what about the filler episodes? Break things down, help people out. And also, another thing is this, guys. People get too wrapped up in one sort of video. Empire State Exotics, Jesus Christ. Shane from Small Town Exotics, he recently just released a video saying that once a week, instead of doing these, he does a really good job with the angles and the music and shit I don't know how to do. But, that's because of work or family life, etc. He doesn't have as much time to do that anymore, so he's going to make more, like, basic type of videos, more vlogs. That's okay, too. You don't have to generalize your channel. You don't have to I do all vlogs. All educational things. Yes, I know I sit here for the most part. I have my rack and my banner behind me. And I should do more vlogs or more interactive stuff. I'm going to try to do, guys. We talked about this. But you don't have to... You can do videos about educational things or what you learned. You can do videos about actual content where you're doing stuff inside your reptile room. You can do vlogs. You can do on-location stuff. So don't narrow yourself in where it has to be a vlog style type of content. You can do videos on whatever the fuck you want. It's really that simple, guys. So that's the end of the video. I had a lot of people asking me how I come up with content or how it goes. Some content comes to me. I like to break things down. If I have a question, I find out the answer, then I make a video about it. And even if the video's done already, who cares? Do your spin on the video, because maybe you might be able to clarify something for somebody else. Some people there might be 100 videos about shipping ball pythons. But maybe something I say in my video from my experience will trigger something else for somebody else and clarify it for them. Those other 100 videos might not be that clear to them. They might not get it. Maybe the one video I do, because of my experience, things I experience different from the other 100 videos, will help out the 102nd person, 101st person. That's another thing I can say to you guys. Okay, guys, that being said, start shooting some videos. Let's start making content. I'm probably going to film another video right after this. I keep losing snakes and rats in my reptile room, and I'm going to talk about that. Why? That is content that found its way to me. You know how many times I'm feeding a snake and a rat pops out on me because all of a sudden they're Olympians and they're running my reptile room. I got Shelby in here and I'm fucking popping radiators and shit. We're going to do a video about that. Why? Because it happens, right? I've lost a couple snakes. Where do you find them? Where are they going to look for them? How does it happen? Stuff like that. Content finds its way. There's somebody out there that's going to Google and YouTube, I lost my snake. What do? I'm going to talk about where I found my various snakes and where you should look to find them because it's helping people. Okay? That being said, guys, hope you have a good week. Appreciate it. Hopefully we're at like 4,000 subscribers by now. Thank you guys so much. We're going to keep this thing going, keep this thing moving. Some negativity recently about things I say and do. My fucking channel. All right. Listen, guys, as always, I really appreciate it. Be safe. Please remember, watch your six.